Hello and welcome to Conversations. It's not really regular for a global CEO of a global airlines to be present at cargo events. And today we are special to have with us Antonoaldo Neves, CEO of Etihad Aviation Group, joining us for the Conversation series, which is an on-site, in-person interview series. Antonoaldo, great to have you for this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here with you in Munich. I mean, it's my obligation to devote time and energy to cargo. Cargo is an important component of our airline, and we were very happy to be here.
Great to hear that. Antonoaldo, the joint business agreement looks like the culmination of the capacity agreement signed in September 2024 between Etihad and SF Airlines. Would you like to reflect on the key highlights of this relationship and the key benefits of this JBA for Etihad Cargo and its customers?
So first time I met Chairman Lee was in Abu Dhabi in 2023 I just arrived and as the CEO of Etihad. And I met him and went to have dinner together. And I was really, happy and refreshed to see how SF manages efficiency and return on investment. So that day, I told him, look, we think alike. I mean, these two companies, they share common values. I mean, we're here not only to deliver great customer service, but also to make money and make good, sound decisions, where both airlines are at the same time conservative and aggressive, right? So we're pushing the pedal, right? We're using both the brake, right, and the gas, and at the same time. So I think we share a lot together, and that's why we're here today signing that. And we've been on honeymoon for 2 years now, and now it's time to get married.
And that you're married for how long is this? Is it for a specific period, meant to be renewed at the end of that specific period?
I mean, I'm a Catholic, right? I'm a Christian, and marriage is forever, right? You cannot ever. But jokes aside, we're here for the very long term. And why is that? We're building something together. We're building a hub in Abu Dhabi for logistics. Yeah. Abu Dhabi has decided to invest in a new airport. The airport is ready. By 2027, we're going to have a new cargo facility, brand new, ultra sophisticated, a lot of technology in Abu Dhabi. And Etihad has also decided to grow the cargo business a lot. So the partnership is meant to last the longest it can. So I wouldn't put a date. My hope is it lasts forever because there's a lot of synergies on the table.
Antonoaldo, in this world of uncertainty and high volatility, both in global trade and politics, how important it is for airlines like Etihad to form partnership with other carriers on metal-neutral basis to really optimize your highly invested aviation assets.
It's a beautiful word, right? Metal neutral. Metal neutral. And I like it because it's a concept that has been proved, right? I mean, if you see, the most developed markets in the world in terms of aviation are markets that manage to do joint ventures, because in the end, the customer gets more out of the buck, right? If you see what's going on in the North American to Europe, right, passenger and cargo side, it's extraordinary. And that's only possible because we have JVs, right? And I think in the Middle East and China, we're starting to see that more and more. So Etihad has a model in which our cargo operation is completely integrated with the passenger operation. So we have just set up a partnership with China Eastern on the passenger side, with Ethiopian on the passenger side. And SF Express is our first partnership in a JBA model, in a joint venture model on the cargo side. And we believe with that, we integrate network, we integrate Salesforce, we can provide the customer with better pricing together, right? Value propositions that are totally different than before. And as important as that, we can plan for the future together, right? Because now SF, they understand, they have a partner in Abu Dhabi that they can rely on, yeah. And the same goes for Etihad in China.
with this JBA, what will be approximately the additional annual cargo capacity added to Etihad Cargo?
I like talking number of freighters. So today we have about one freighter. In the partnership, SF has one freighter, so two freighters, right? We believe we can go up to 6, 3 each in the next 5 years. And the reason for that is that not only trade between China and the UAE is growing, right? But also because Etihad is growing its passenger network. So we can provide SF with a very unique value proposition, especially into Europe.
We all of us know that the UAE is emerging as the hub of billions of dollars of investment into
The capital, Abu Dhabi is the capital of capital.
Yeah.
Capital of capital.
Capital of capital, with massive data centers driving technological advancement. And that's also the place where you have your global hub. What is your perspective on the growth of potential for high-tech cargo passing through your hub in Abu Dhabi, as well as being carried on the bellies of your passenger network, as well as on the main deck?
I think it's a very big potential because we want to invest in a way that we become the best hub in the world for cargo, and technology items are going to try to go through the best hubs, right? Because there's a lot of value in those items.
Yep.
And one thing that we can offer that very few people can offer is security, right? I mean, stable legislation. I mean, Abu Dhabi is the safest place in the world today. And we just won an award in Abu Dhabi that is the safest place for women to walk alone at night. It looks a tiny point, but it means a lot, right? In addition to that, I mean, we have these tags now, right? These smart tags track that, I mean, we're investing in technology a lot. With this, I mean, you can track for 30 days your cargo, real time online. And it's cheap, so cheap. And Etihad has that now, right? That you can put in your pallet. So I believe technology items are going to be looking for that, right? And we can offer that for our customers.
I want to turn your attention to your Q1 results that was declared quite recently. What will be some of the key cargo numbers that you would like to highlight? Do you really look at cargo numbers?
I look every week. I look at cargo numbers, so I know exactly where we are right now.
Okay.
I know we improved in April. I know we're improving a lot. We improved a lot in May. June is looking better. So there is no week that I don't look at cargo numbers. I'm here because I do that, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So, but we don't disclose profitability. Actually, I don't even look at profitability of my cargo business. It may look awkward, but it's not. What we care is about overall profitability. So the passenger business and the cargo business in our business model is completely integrated. We don't look from that lenses, right? The lenses that we look is that route. If I have a route that is only cargo, point to point, in a freighter, I look at profitability. But all the other ones, I look at profitability for all the O&Ds that I have, including passenger and freighter. And in some markets, the freighters, they actually are providing all the profitability. Today, Etihad has no route that we fly that we don't make money. Zero. All the routes are profitable. This is very unusual. Usually in a network carrier, 20%, including cargo, 20% of the routes you don't make money. 80%, 40% you break even. 40% you make money to compensate for the 20 that you lose, right? In our case, we make money 99%. There is one route that is breaking even right now. There's not that great. So cargo is part of that, right? And that's how we see it. So we make decisions every week on network. So Vietnam, for instance, big discussion, right? We're planning to send a 321 long range. Not a lot of freighter, not a lot of cargo capacity, right? And then our cargo guys, no, let's send a 787 because it's a great market for cargo, right? Yeah. Which one is the best? So when you put the passenger side of the equation and the cargo side of the equation on a consolidated approach, which one is the best, right? So yeah, the answer is I follow cargo numbers every week, and I have a very good understanding what's going on and what are the opportunities and challenges.
How much of your time is spent for the amazing team that is actually holding the cargo business at Etihad?
I mean, I would say that I spend probably 30% of my time with our people internally, and the cargo is part of that, right? I spend 30% of my time with business reviews in a number of aspects, including cargo, product, marketing, revenue management, finance, right? That's 60%. And I would spend about 40% of my time on planning for the future, right? The next 5 to 7 years. So cargo is part of that. I wouldn't say if cargo, I don't know, 10%, 20%, I don't have a number for that. But there is no, differentiation for me between having a cargo meeting and a passenger meeting. For me, it's all the same. Cargo is $1 billion for us in revenue, right? Is our average revenue per freighter is 20% more than our competition in the region.
Okay.
So it's extremely important.
I'd like to end the conversation asking you to reflect on how do you envision the future of freight, which I believe is digital and technology. I think every logistic company will end up to be a technology company because technology will drive. Because I was moderating a panel discussion in the morning on AI and the future of business opportunities that is coming through the AI hardware meant for the AI applications around the world. How do you see the interplay of geopolitics, changing global trade scenarios, and the emerging new technologies? Where do you see the future of freight?
What we try to do is to make sure that we have a model that has flexibility embedded. So in my view, the winning cargo model in the future, of course, technology is going to be there, right? For instance, if you want to optimize your network, right, there is no better tool than technology for you to optimize your network. If you want to optimize pricing, cargo revenue management, right, needs to evolve a lot, and that's technology, right? But I think what we really try to do here is to make sure we have flexibility. Flexibility is extremely important, right? And agility. Because if I lock in the future, I'm playing a prediction game. I'm trying to say, look, it's a bet.
Yeah.
And we're not here in the casino, right, to make bets and say, look, I made a bet, right? We're here really to adapt and adjust according to the market opportunities that arise. And that is so dynamic. And that's the beauty of our sector, right? I mean, the cargo is so dynamic. One day, you have the minimus. The other day, you don't have the minimus, right? And then one day, the flows are e-commerce to Europe. And then another day, it changes a little bit. Then there is a new facility that is built in Southeast Asia that is producing textiles, and then everything changes, you see what I mean? So who would predict Temu 10 years ago? 10 years ago, it was nothing. Right? Nothing, right? And today is a monster, right? A good monster, not a bad monster, don't get me wrong. But I think agility and flexibility, all these rigid models, they fail, in my view, in our sector, in our industry, cargo or passenger.
Antonoaldo, thank you so much for your time. It's a great pleasure to have this conversation with you. And I hope to see probably more often you at a cargo event.
Yeah, I hope you guys one day do it every year. And then I'll come every year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.